Welcome to Inside the Math Class, K-5 Mathematics Floor Standards. Thank you for joining in to learn about the mathematics your child will be focusing in on this year. Our mathematics standards in Florida have changed. This overview workshop aims to answer the following questions. What does the classroom look and sound like? How will I know what my child will be learning this year in mathematics? And what resources are available for you to further help your child? So what does the math classroom look and sound like? Students learn math norms to show how to explain their thinking. They practice how to respect each other's thinking and actively participate in learning. Teachers create what we call math norms with their class to establish an optimum environment for learning. Building communication and reasoning in the math class is important, so there is a need to have an environment that encourages students to explain their thinking, ask questions, to challenge ideas respectfully, listen to each other, and relate to what is shared by others, and actively participate in all learning tasks. These math norms continue to be used throughout the school year and are the foundation for students to learn. You can practice these norms at home, too. Ask your child to explain his or her thinking. Encourage your child to ask questions in school and at home. Try out these sentence starters to get the conversation going. Make time to sit down with your child and talk about what he or she has learned in math class that day, how they feel about the homework they have, and how they will use what they have learned. Ask your child how they know their answer is correct, and ask him or her to explain. When your child explains how they solved the problem, clarify with the sentence starter like, "So what I heard you say is," then restate the solution or strategy that you heard. So, what does the math classroom look and sound like? Students are engaged in challenging problem-solving based learning. They often use math tools to help them solve problems, and students are given the opportunity to make sense of these problems. Here are some examples of math tools, also known as math manipulatives, that your child will be using at different times to build understanding of math concepts. Here you see a variety of tools that might be used at school. Counters are tools that are often used. Counters include colored chips, square tiles, blocks, or many things you have at home, such as cereal, dry pasta, marshmallows, toothpicks, marbles, pencils, or even paper clips.
Using math tools helps students to understand mathematics concepts along the pathway from concrete to abstract. Students learn to choose appropriate tools to solve problems. The class is often presented with a challenging problem to begin learning about new concepts, such as area, as seen here. When students work together to solve problems, the teacher moves about the groups, providing support by asking questions. The teacher guides discussion towards understanding of the mathematics concepts. Questions that you can ask your child include, how did you solve the problem? How do you know if your answer makes sense? And is there another way that you can solve the problem? Using math tools to solve problems leads to drawing representations like these arrays for multiplication facts. This process helps students become confident mathematicians who can share how they make sense of the mathematics. Keep these questions in mind so that you can ask your child today when you talk about math.
So what does the math classroom look and sound like? Students reason and compare strategies to make sense of problems. Students engage in discussion about the mathematics to deepen understanding and consider others' ideas. Students need to be able to understand and see the different strategies to solving a problem in order to find the most effective or efficient strategy. Have a paper and pencil handy to think through about this challenging 5th grade problem. Pause the video to read this problem and picture what the problem is about. When you are ready, then start the video again. This problem was given to some 5th graders working with fractions. The students had used math norms and were comfortable questioning each other and sharing when they needed more support in understanding. Let's peek into a 5th grade classroom to observe students working through this problem with various tools and questioning each other for deeper understanding.
With a challenging situation like the lawn cutting problem, students need time to think through the problem to make sense of what is happening and what is being asked. Students select tools and strategies to solve problems. They compare strategies with other students to build understanding. Some students choose to work with math tools such as fraction strips, while others draw pictures. Sometimes students arrive at an answer quickly, and upon talking about their solution with a partner or the teacher, they then realize that their answer doesn't make sense. Discussion in math lessons is an integral piece of problem solving. Students build confidence through communication with classmates. Asking questions is encouraged.
Stephanie, why did you cut into fours?
Because the problem says after lunch he cut 3/4 of the grass, so like 3/4 of the 2/3. No, because like 2/3 equals 4/6. Then I cut this one.
What does that shading mean? What is that?
For before lunch and after lunch, do you think it would have made a difference if you didn't do the code and just made them both the same shaded? Like say you said that before lunch it's light shaded, and then after lunch it's dark. Yeah, so you can see which one is before lunch and which one after. So would it affect, like, would some people do you think some people would get confused if it was they were both shaded the same amount? So, yeah, because you wouldn't know which one was before lunch and which one was after lunch.
The more students dive into the mathematics, the more they reason with each other and challenge each other when they disagree.
You may be wondering exactly what your child will be learning this year in mathematics. The Mathematics Florida Standards define the content to be learned at each grade level. The Mathematics Florida Standards can be found at www.flstandards.org. Click on Parents and Families. What you see here are actual standards for each grade level. Just by looking at this sample, you can see how important it is for students to be engaged in interactive, hands-on learning as they build understanding of concepts like addition and subtraction. In kindergarten, students will represent addition and subtraction in various ways, including with objects, drawings, verbal explanations, and equations. In 1st grade, students will use addition and subtraction with different types of problem-solving situations. By 2nd grade, students will use addition and subtraction within 100 to solve 1- and 2-step word problems, and use drawings and equations with symbols to represent the problem. In 3rd grade, students will fluently add and subtract within 1,000 using strategies and algorithms based on place value. Then 4th graders continue to apply addition and subtraction, but now learn about using these operations with fractions. And in 5th grade, students solve word problems involving addition and subtraction of fractions with unlike denominators. The mathematics students learn when they first enter kindergarten is built upon over the years. Each year, students learn new concepts that require them to apply what they have learned in the past. You'll probably want to learn more about how you can help with math at home. Visit www.flstandards.org and click on Parents and Families for access to parent guides for each grade level. These 2-page handouts include information about the standards, ideas for talking with your child's teacher, and how to support learning at home. The guide shown is for Grade 3 mathematics. The guide mentions the importance of talking with your child's teacher about the mathematics that your child will be learning. It is important to find out what concepts and skills are being taught, how well your child is understanding in the classroom, and how you can help at home to meet the specific needs of your child. Would you like to learn more specific information about the mathematics your child is learning? The Hillsborough County Elementary Mathematics Department is proud to share new parent flyers to support learning outside of the classroom. These flyers are designed to help parents discover more about the mathematics their child is learning. Find out more about the math your child is learning in each unit. There are helpful links, sample tasks, and purposeful practice problems are provided. Scan the QR code or use the internet link to access the Parent Quick Smarts video to learn even more. Let's revisit what we talked about today. We shared what a math classroom looks and sounds like. The classroom should show active learning through problem solving. Students learn math norms to show how to explain their thinking, how to reason, and compare strategies. We shared the language of some of the mathematics Florida standards and the website for accessing the state standards. Resources are available to find out more about the mathematics your child is learning. Ask your child's teacher about the parent flyers, and remember to use the conversation starters anytime you get a chance to talk with your child about math.